Hello everyone, I am Ritika Zulkar, Assistant Professor IT Department. So in this video we discuss about the Poisson process. So the Poisson process is a model for a series of discrete events where the average time between the events is known. Okay, so but the exact timing of an event is a random. So this process is called as Poisson process. So the arrival of an event is independent of the event before, that is waiting time between event is a memoryless. For example, suppose we own a website which our context delivery network, that is CDN, tells us goes down on the average once per 60 days. Okay, so but one failure doesn't affect the probability of the next. So all we know is the average time between the failures. So this is a Poisson process that look like. So here in this diagram, this is the example Poisson process with the average time between the events of a 60 days. So here the failure over the time. So event is from days 0, 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500. So in the day 55, our failure is occur over this time. In the day 145 also 156, 175, 194 and 308, 361, 3439, 508 and 520. So here the failure is occur. Okay. So here in this example, which tells that the average once per 60 days, but only the one failure doesn't affect the probability of the next. So one failure is not affected on the another failure. So all we know is the average time between the failures. So the important point is we know the average time between the events, but they are randomly spaced or a stochastic. So we might have back-to-back failures, but we could also go years between the failures due to the randomness of the process. So this is the randomness of the process over the failure time. So next is the process in the Poisson process meets the following criteria. So in the reality, many phenomena modeled as a Poisson process doesn't meet this exactly. So there are some criteria in the Poisson process. The first is the events are independent of each other, and the occurrence of one event does not affect the probability another event will occur. The second one is the average rate. That means events per time period. Okay, average rate means what? The events per time period is a constant. And the third one is two events cannot occur at the same time. One event cannot occur at the or two events cannot occur at the same time. So these are the criteria for the Poisson process. So at the last point, the events are not simultaneous. It means that we can think of each subinterval of the Poisson process as a trial basis, and that is either a successors or a failure. So in the Poisson process, we get success or a failure. So with our website, here in the website, the entire interval may be 600 days. Okay, entire event may be 500 or a 600 days, but each sub interval, each sub interval, one day our website either goes down or it doesn't. Okay. So the next is the examples of Poisson process. So there are in the Poisson process, they are in that the customers calling a help center, visitors to a website, radioactivity decay in the atoms, photons, arriving at the space telescope, and the movements in the stock price. So the Poisson process are generally associated with the time, but they do not have to be. So in the stock cases, we might know the average movements per day, that means events per day or per time, but we could also have the Poisson process for the number of trees in an acre, that is number of trees events per area. Okay. So one instance frequently given for a Poisson process is bus arrivals or trains or Ubers. Okay. So, however, this is not a true the Poisson process because the arrivals are not independent of one another. Okay, the one arrivals is not dependent on the another. So even for the bus system also, so that do not run on time, whether or not one bus is late affected the arrival time of the next bus. Okay, so on applying a Poisson process to the bus arrival time, which work better with made up data than the real world data. So these are the examples of a Poisson process. The next part is a Poisson distribution. So in the Poisson process is the model we use for describing random occurring events and by its genes. So isn't that useful? Okay. Randomly occurring events isn't that it is useful? So we need the Poisson distribution to do the interesting things like finding the probability of number of events in the some time period or the finding the probability of waiting some time until the next event. So in the Poisson distribution, we have to find out the probability of number of events in a time period or finding the probability of waiting some time until the next event. So this Poisson probability distribution mass function gives the probability of observing the k events. We are having the k number of events in the time period given the length of period and the average events per time. So here we have to find out the probability for k events in the time period is equal to the e to the power minus event divided by time into time period into the event time into the time period power k divided by k factor. So this is the Poisson distribution probability of k events in an interval in a time period. So this is a little convoluted and events over time into time period. Okay, see here, events into time. Sorry, events into time. Events divided by time into the time period. So here we have also this formula here, and here we also have the events divided by time into the time period. So we can call it as a lambda. Here, events divided by time into time period is usually simplified into the single parameter, that is lambda. We have to consider here lambda and the rate parameter. So this is the rate parameter. With this substitution, the Poisson distribution probability function now has a one parameter. So if we are putting the lambda values for here, so we get the e to the power minus lambda into the lambda to the power k divided by k factorial. See here, e to the power minus lambda, lambda to the power k divided by k factorial. So this is the probability distribution of k events in an interval. Okay. So here the lambda can be thought of an expected number of events in the interval. So as we change the rate parameter, that is lambda, we can change the probability of seeing the different number of event in one interval. Okay. So this is the final formula, the P of n arrivals in interval t. So यहाँ पे देखो P of k events in interval t. So this is the Poisson distribution probability of k events in an interval. So see here we have the probability of k events in an interval. So if we are having the probability of n arrivals in an interval t, so we get the lambda t raised to the power n. So see here यहाँ पे k events in use किया है, यहाँ पे n use किया है. So we are replacing the k by n. So lambda t to the power n into the e to the power minus lambda t divided by n factorial. So here is the n equal to number of arrivals in the t. It can be shown that e of n lambda t n square equal to lambda t plus lambda t square and sigma square equal to this equation. So we get the lambda t. See here, this is a Poisson process for gamma distribution, exponential distribution, and Poisson distribution. Okay. So in the Poisson process, we are having the arrival times. So this is a gamma distribution. If we are having the inter arrival time, so this is our exponential distribution. And in the Poisson distribution, probabilities of k arrivals in time t. So this is our Poisson distribution. So in the Poisson process, we are having the arrival rate, that is lambda. So how many number of customers are arrived here? So this is a average value or rate value of a lambda. Then waiting line Q. So W is the number of customers waiting. TW is the waiting time for each customers. Then each time only one customer is served for a service. So service is the rate U and TS is the service time. So total time from this arrival rate to the service rate is the items waiting in the system and TQ is the waiting time in the सिस्टम ओके सो यहाँ से यहाँ तक का जो है वेटिंग लाइन सो कस्टमर्स वेटिंग कर रहे हैं सो दिस इज अ वेटिंग टाइम एंड नंबर ऑफ कस्टमर और अगर यहाँ से हम सर्वर तक के कंसीडर करते हैं सो दिस इज आइटम्स वेटिंग इन द सिस्टम कितने आइटम्स वेट किए कर रहे हैं वो होगा और इतना जो पीरियड है वो कस्टमर कितने वेट कर रहे हैं वो पीरियड होगा सो क्यू इज आइटम्स वेटिंग इन द सिस्टम एंड टी क्यू इज अ वेटिंग टाइम इन अ system. So this is the Poisson process. Then the properties of the Poisson process. The first is the merging property. So let A1, A2 up to the AK be the independent Poisson process of rate lambda 1, lambda 2 up to the lambda k. See here, यहाँ पे देखो बस एक ही अराइवल रेट है लैम्डा. So same यहाँ पे अगर हम कंसिडर करते हैं लैम्डा 1 सेम इसके जैसे एक प्रोसीजर होगी लैम्डा 2 देन लैम्डा 3 एंड सो ऑन. सो वो क्या होगा हमारा यहाँ पे मर्जिंग प्रॉपर्टी. ओके सो लैम्डा 1 लैम्डा 2 अप टू द लैम्डा के समेशन ऑफ लैम्डा आई. सो दिस इज द मर्जिंग प्रॉपर्टी. हम क्या कर रहे हैं जितने भी सारे अराइवल रेट लैम्डाज है उसको हम क्या कर रहे हैं मर्ज करते हैं समेशन में लैम्डा आई. सो अगर लैम्डा 1 के अंदर कस्टमर से 100 लैम्डा 2 के अंदर कस्टमर से 200 उसका अगर हम सम करेंगे तो क्या मिलेगा हमें लैम्डा 300. So this is the merging property. So A is equal to the summation of AI is also the Poisson of rate. A is what? Poisson rate is equal to the summation of lambda I. So this is the first property of a Poisson process, that is merging property. The next is the splitting property. Suppose that every arrival is randomly routed with the probability P to the stream 1 and 1 minus P to the stream 2. Okay. First stream के लिए क्या है P और second stream के लिए क्या है 1 minus P. So here we get the probability for the rate is a lambda P and here we get the probability for a P is a lambda 1 minus P. So stream 1 and stream 2 are the Poissons of rate P lambda and 1 minus P lambda respectively. Okay. So this is the splitting property. Thank you.